by the time most of you guys will be seeing this, hopefully you'll be getting your Smash on. So in order to celebrate the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I'm going to tell you guys my top 5 favorite Nintendo franchises. Let's get started. Game on. What's up, guys, and welcome to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to the Comic Universe. I'm Dr. J. I've got a PhD in nerd culture, and I should know, I printed it out myself. So, if you guys hadn't seen already, DPZ put out a channel update vid to let you guys know we will be extending Smash Week. Technically, by the time you guys will see this video, it'll be Friday, which would have actually been which was originally going to be the last day of Smash Week, but I guess I mean, it's not technically the first day either, but like, we are extending Smash Week into next week as well. It'll be going on until next Friday as of the recording of this video. And so I'm here to give my contribution to Smash Week, and that is of course my topic video, which are my top 5 Nintendo franchises. Now, granted, I'm definitely much more of a PlayStation guy, but as a kid, I spent a lot of time on the N64, and I have plenty of fond memories with Nintendo stuff. So, first off, of course, this is my subjective opinion. You do not have to agree with me. These are just my personal favorites. You can obviously tell me yours in the comments down below, as always, and we can compare lists. But let's go ahead and get started with my, in no particular order, really. Well, actually, no, I do have a particular order with this one. Number 5 is, of course, going to be the one that, well, not necessarily the one that started it all, but Nintendo's poster boy himself, Mario! Yeah, Jumpman. Mario, Jumpman, Mario. That definitely is probably the most diverse franchise in all of Nintendo. It has so many freaking spin-offs, and so many great spin-offs, honestly. To the recent Mario Odyssey, classic Mario 64, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy. Of course, there's Mario Kart, everybody's favorite, rage-inducing, family fun game. Mario Party, bunch of other great Mario spin-offs. That's why I had to just give the number 5 spot just to Mario itself, because the sheer volume of great games that Mario has come out with. Obviously, there have also been duds, but, you know, Mario, more often than not, has at least pretty fun games, if not great ones. So that's the number 5 spot. The number 4 spot goes to Star Fox. Before you guys start doing barrel rolls and rage, it is still one of my favorite games. I'm not hating on Star Fox by putting it so low on this list. I love Star Fox. Star Fox is one of my favorite N64 games. I used to play that game all the time, even though I would suck at it, because all I would do was just keep doing barrel rolls because I just thought it was fun. When I was a kid, I didn't really know any better. But I love the designs of the characters. I just always I've always liked the idea of being a space pilot and stuff like that. So the Star Fox games are always a blast. I love those games. So that's why, of course, they're gonna get the number 4 spot for me. The number 3 spot, of course, some of you guys will especially get mad for putting this at number 3 and not like number 2 or number 1. But I'm gonna, of course, go with the Legend of Zelda series. I know it's everybody's favorite. It's everybody's number 1 usually when they talk about their favorite Nintendo series. And just to show you how much I love the Legend of Zelda, really quick, let me go ahead. I'm gonna just go into my phone really quick. I will find the sound settings. I have just to show you how much I freaking love. Okay, hold up. Where is it? I gotta find sound. The sound's in the, yep. Okay, so my text tone for, hold on. this is my current text tone. 1 second. I will find it. Yep, my current text tone. If you guys didn't hear that, let me turn it up a little bit. That is the notification sound I get whenever I get a text message. That's how much I love this franchise. Like, Zelda is so much fun. Ocarina of Time is one of the earliest games I remember beating on my own. Majora's Mask used to freak me out. I love the story and the lore of Hyrule and all the different timeline shenanigans. You know, I've always liked elves, so, you know, I'm very partial to, like, Link and Zelda, and of course Sheik and all the other various characters. I think Ganon has a really cool, very intimidating design throughout the different incarnations. Breath of the Wild is just an epic, amazing game. Absolutely love it, but it's not my number one. I know a lot of people will be crushed by that, but it is not my number one, but it is definitely up there as one of my absolute favorites. So, my number two is actually going to probably surprise a lot of people because it's a relatively new game, at least compared to some of the other entries on this list. And I'm going to put as my number two, Bayonetta. And some of you guys are like, why Bayonetta? Okay, so first of all, not just because sexy, demon-slaying, female lead character, you know, yeah, that does, you know, add some points in there. But also, this is the first Nintendo game, the first mainline Nintendo game that I can remember that's like a Nintendo exclusive that that was actually not exactly family friendly. You know, it was, I believe it was either T or M related. I'll give you 3 guesses what T stood for if it was rated T, but I'm pretty sure it was rated M. And that shocked the hell out of me. Like, we got a Nintendo game that isn't just a all ages family fun kids thing. They were stepping out of their comfort zone, and they're made like this Devil May Cry badass, you know, almost Metroidvania shooting platformer that reminds you a lot of like the Metroidvania playstyle a little bit. Gives you a Devil May Cry vibe, sexy female protagonist, adult themes, language. Again, a super seductive character, and I'm not just putting her at such a high spot because, you know, sexy character, but like, it redefined Nintendo for me in a way, because like everybody associates Nintendo as like the kiddie games, and then you upgrade to your PlayStation, your Xbox with your Gears of War, Devil May Cry, God of War, where it's more violent, hack slashy. You know, you see gore, you hear cursing, but they actually brought that to Nintendo, and that really kind of changed the game for me, and it made me kind of take Nintendo a lot more seriously. So that's why I definitely put Bayonetta way higher up on the list, at my number 2 spot. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, my number 1 spot definitely is much more of a personal thing and much more of a nostalgia case. But I want to give an honorable mention, of course, to the Smash Brothers franchise, because I absolutely love it. Of course, it combines all the worlds into one. You know, us here on the Comic Universe love our crossovers, and it's just one massive crossover, and it's great. I absolutely love being able to kick Bowser's ass with a Pikachu, or like, you know, be super OP with Jigglypuff, or like Falcon punch people out of the ring. You know, a bunch of crazy stuff like that. But, you know, those games aren't exactly as, like, you know, interesting story-wise as Zelda or Bayonetta. The graphics are obviously always top-notch. And it's a blast to play with friends, but, like, other than that, it doesn't have as much, like, replay value unless you're always, you know, online with your friends and stuff like that. But, yeah. So, what is my number 1 choice? My number 1 favorite Nintendo franchise, and I'm gonna be 100%. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. It's 100% out of just pure nostalgia and my childhood. I was born in '94, so I was around during the height of the popularity of this franchise, and I wanted to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, and train them is my cause. Yeah, you know the song. My number one is, of course, Pokemon. Okay, so a lot of you guys would have just been like, really? Really, Doc? Pokemon? Pokemon? Seriously? You talked about seriousness and like innovation and changing the game for Nintendo with Bayonetta being the much more violent, much more edgy, like not afraid to push boundaries game, and your number one game is Pokemon? Okay, hear me out, y'all. Again, I was a 5-year-old kid. The first game I ever remember, like, fully cognizant, fully asking my parents to buy me, get it for me, and me playing it by myself, beating the game with my own effort, learning how to play, and beating the whole game, 100%ing it, completing the Pokédex, and defeating the Elite Four and all that stuff. I did that with Pokemon. That was the first game I remember beating all by myself, with no help from my dad, no help from my uncles, no help from my sister, any of that. I got so into it. And also Pokemon the franchise. Talking about Pokemon the franchise, not just the game. That franchise was the gateway drug to anime for me. And for a lot of kids my age. And if it wasn't for Pokemon, I don't think I'd be who I am today. You can't see my shelf. You can still see the camera up. You probably can't see them. They're probably out of focus. But I've got a bunch of, fake figurines. A figure of Oscar from the Alien. And I would not have developed this lifelong anime and general if it wasn't for Pokemon. So I have a special place. And that's why I put them as my number one on this list. I absolutely love them. And that is my favorite Nintendo franchise. But that's just my list, you guys. If you have your list, in the comments down below. You have a different list. Let me know that list in the comments. Now, faithful YOUniverse viewers, you have, if you did manage to stick around with me, this is the part where you will be rewarded because I have one reply. Give a one all you have to do is answer. Watch all throughout our videos. Obviously, it's a random video. The random video has the question at the end. You have to stay until the end of every one of them. But at the end of some videos, we'll have Nintendo ready to answer all 3 questions correctly. Chance to win a copy of YOUniverse. I'm going to say that one more time. What was the first game Nintendo ever created? And here's a hint. It's a trick question. Pay attention to the wording. What was the first game Nintendo ever created? Leave your answer as well as your own personal list in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to Hulk smash that like button like you mean it, and hit that big red subscribe button and notification bell so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers today. And as always, you guys, this is Jay from Jay's Reviews for the Comic Universe, and hopefully next time I will see you in the universe. Peace, and smash on, players. Smash on.